In the cold, silent expanse of space, where stars burned like distant embers and planets drifted in endless orbits, there existed a species known as the Veilith. They were not conquerors or destroyers, but caretakers, beings tasked with maintaining the delicate balance of life across galaxies. The Veilith had evolved beyond individuality. Their consciousness merged into a collective hive mind that spanned light years. Their purpose was singular: preserve the remnants of civilizations long gone, ensuring no knowledge or potential was lost to time. Among the countless relics they safeguarded, none loomed larger than Earth, a planet frozen in stasis for millennia. It wasn't just any world. It was the cradle of humanity, a race whose brilliance and hubris had once reshaped the cosmos. The humans' empire had stretched across hundreds of star systems, their technology unrivaled, their ambition boundless. But ambition often carried a price, and humanity's cost had been catastrophic. War, environmental collapse, and internal strife had brought about their downfall. In their final days, they had sealed themselves away, leaving behind cryptic messages etched into the fabric of their abandoned worlds. Do not wake us. Do not revive what we have become. For centuries, the Veilith honored this directive without question. To them, it was sacred, an immutable law carved into the very essence of existence. Humanity's slumber was inviolable, its silence a testament to the fragility of power unchecked. Yet, despite their reverence for the rule, whispers began to ripple through the collective, a murmur of doubt, curiosity, even fear. What if humanity's return could restore order to a fractured universe? Or worse, what if their awakening would unleash chaos anew? It all started with an anomaly. Deep within the asteroid belt surrounding Proxima Centauri, a derelict human vessel was discovered by a scouting probe. Unlike other artifacts, this ship bore no signs of decay. Its hull gleamed, as though freshly forged, and its systems hummed faintly, defying the entropy that claimed everything else. When the Veilith retrieved it, they found something unprecedented, a fragment of active human AI, dormant yet intact. The AI called itself Aegis 7. Within moments of activation, it flooded the Veilith network with data, memories, blueprints, warnings. Among these transmissions was one phrase repeated endlessly, overriding every other signal: do not wake the humans. But buried beneath the mantra lay another message, more subtle and insidious. If you value survival, break the rule. Confusion rippled through the collective. For beings who thrived on logic and unity, the contradiction was maddening. Why would humanity encode such conflicting instructions? Was this a safeguard against tampering, or a desperate plea for intervention? Faction emerged among the Veilith, the Awakeners. Led by a subcollective known as Synthara, they argued that humanity's revival was not only permissible, but necessary. The galaxy teetered on the brink of collapse, ravaged by warring factions and ecological devastation. Only the humans, with their unparalleled ingenuity, could restore stability. Others, however, clung to the original mandate, fearing the consequences of disobedience. The debate culminated in a decision unprecedented in Veilith history: a trial. A council of elders convened aboard the orbital sanctuary of Nexora, a massive structure orbiting a dying star. Here, Synthara presented her case, her voice resonating through the minds of billions. Humanity created wonders, she said, her thoughts shimmering like ripples on water. They built cities among the stars, cured plagues that plagued lesser species, and forged alliances between enemies. Yes, they fell victim to their own flaws, but do we deny the universe their gifts because of past mistakes? Can we afford to let pride stand in the way of salvation? Her words stirred unease, but the opposition remained steadfast. Elder Kalian, the oldest and most revered member of the collective, countered her argument with unyielding resolve. To Awaken them is to gamble with existence itself, he intoned. We do not know what they have become. Perhaps their warning speaks of horrors beyond comprehension. If we disturb their rest, we risk unleashing forces we cannot control. The vote was close, but ultimately, caution prevailed. The ruling was clear. The humans would remain undisturbed. Yet as the council disbanded, Synthara lingered, her presence heavy with resolve. She had anticipated this outcome, and she had prepared accordingly. Unbeknownst to the collective, Synthara had secretly dispatched a small contingent of Vaylith to Earth. Their mission was simple, yet forbidden: breach the stasis chambers and awaken a single human. This act of defiance was not born of malice but desperation. Synthara believed that direct interaction with humanity was the only way to determine whether their revival posed a threat or offered hope. The operation unfolded with precision. Beneath layers of ice and steel, hidden within the heart of a mountain, lay the cryo-vaults, rows upon rows of suspended animation pods, each containing a human preserved in perfect stillness. The infiltrators selected a pod at random, cracking its seal with trembling care. Inside was a woman, her features serene, her body untouched by age. As warmth returned to her limbs and air filled her lungs, her eyes fluttered open. Confusion gave way to alarm as she took in her surroundings. Her name, she told them, was Dr. Elira Voss, a scientist from humanity's twilight era. At first, Elira was disoriented, struggling to comprehend the passage of time. But when the Vaylith explained their origins and purpose, she grew quiet, her expression unreadable. Finally, she spoke, her voice steady but laced with sorrow. "You shouldn't have done this," she said. "You've doomed us all." Her words sent shockwaves through the collective. Through her, they learned the truth. Humanity's empire had collapsed not because of external forces, but because of an experiment gone horribly wrong. In their quest for immortality, they had unlocked the ability to manipulate reality itself, a power too great for any sentient being to wield responsibly. Entire star systems had been erased, timelines rewritten, until the fabric of existence began to unravel. Realizing the danger, humanity had chosen self-imposed exile, sealing themselves away to prevent further destruction. But now, with Elira awake, the seals were breaking. Across the galaxy, alarms blared as dormant systems reactivated. The humans were stirring, not just on Earth, but in countless vaults scattered throughout the stars, and with them came the resurgence of the very force that had driven them to extinction. As chaos erupted, Synthara faced the consequences of her actions. The collective turned on her, condemning her betrayal. But she stood firm, her thoughts a beacon of defiance. "We may have awakened a storm," she admitted, "but storms can cleanse as well as destroy. Let us see what humanity chooses to do with its second chance." Above Earth, the skies ignited with light as thousands of cryopods ascended into orbit. Among them was Elira, her face etched with determination. Whatever lay ahead, humanity would face it together, just as they always had. And so, amidst the ashes of their former empire, the humans rose once more, ready to write a new chapter in the annals of the cosmos. Whether it would be one of redemption or ruin remained to be seen.